We are back on Taking Care of Business on Koerner Radio, News Talk, 1180, 1230, KGEO, 1410, KERI, 1000 KKIM, and now on the Internet in the San Francisco Bay Area on knookmedia.com.
You know, I'm really sorry that I missed the first time you guys had a conversation because I've really enjoyed all the insults on the off the air.
Well, you know, Barry was kind. He said, you know, Clay, anytime you want to be insulted, just give me a call. I'll be more than happy to accommodate
I have to say, Barry's pretty quick.
He is very quick.
Well, you're a good target, Clay, and you know you got a good disposition.
Yeah, it's
nice to have you on the program
Barry,
every once in a while.
Yeah, thanks.
Barry, it's low-hanging fruit, I got to tell you. You know, speaking of thin skins, I'm listening to, I do a lot of books on tape, and right now I'm listening to The Amateur by Edward Klein, and we're going to try to get him on the show. And I can't believe how thin of a skin this guy has in the White House.
Who, Obama?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And he doesn't take anybody's advice. I mean, he thinks he knows it all. And it's can we undo what this guy's done for the last, 8 years?
8.
Well, he's going to be in for 8 years by
6.
the time he's got 2 more years left, so it'll be 8 years.
It's only 6 so far. Come on.
God.
Yes, we can undo, but it's going to be piecemeal and it's going to take a long time.
Well, you know something? He could have gone down as being a great president, but he became very political and very divisive, and split the country apart.
Really?
He's a great orator. He had an opportunity, but I think he's going to go down in history, unfortunately, as one of our worst presidents.
Jimmy Carter's cheering.
Yeah, there you go. Do you have any comments on that comment I made about the rule of law? You know, he's changed that law 34 times. How is he getting away with this? Because, Congress passed it, and he keeps on modifying it. How is he getting away with this? How come nobody's challenging him on this?
You know something? I guess we get what we vote for, and a lot of folks that voted for Obama are having second thoughts, and deservedly so. But we have a tripartite government, and the executive branch does have is endowed with certain rights and certain things that they can do. The things he's doing now, other presidents have done. We just don't like this as much as perhaps we liked what George Bush did. But this is nothing new as far as the presidency is concerned.
So Barry, does he constitutionally have the right to change this law 34 times like he has?
I think probably not. But who are you going to sue?
Well, shouldn't Congress challenge him on this?
But the Congress is not going to do anything because the Democrats control the Senate. So you don't have the votes for the Congress to say cut off funds, which is the big powerhouse that the Congress has. If they don't like what the president's doing, they have the power of the purse strings, and they can stop spending. But they don't have the votes to do that. It's a stagnant Congress, and they're not. So the president is pretty free to do what he wants, and he doesn't have to fear the courts because there's nobody really to sue, and by the time the suit ever gets adjudicated, it'll be many years down the road. So there's not too many checks and balances right now with what he's doing. The only check and balance is the election coming up in 2014.
You know, they keep talking about all the executive orders that Obama's placed, but he hasn't placed as many as most of the prior presidents.
No, that's nothing new. We just don't like some of the stuff he's doing. So that's why we can bellow and holler and stamp our feet. But he's no different than other presidents.
We're having a conversation with former Congressman Barry Goldwater, Jr.
You know, Barry, Marty was telling me that you're a pilot. I personally just ordered a plane myself, but he said you're a pilot, and I was wondering, everybody can have an opinion on anything nowadays, but do you have an opinion on this situation with the airplane that just was, hijacked?
Malaysia?
The Malaysia aircraft?
What do you mean you just ordered an airplane? Do you go on the Internet and have it get delivered by parcel post? Nobody just orders an airplane.
Well, yeah, actually, it's a sports
like
aircraft.
ordering a pizza.
It's a sports aircraft, and they're just in the process of getting them approved and built. Go on the internet. It's called Icon.5. Icon A5. ICON A5.
Are you a pilot?
No, you don't have to be to fly this plane.
And guess who's not going to be a passenger in the plane, Barry?
I don't think I don't even want to watch.
No one's agreed to fly with me. I wonder why.
I can't imagine why. I have a hard time driving with you, let alone flying.
But give us if you have an opinion, because like I said, everybody's got opinions. What's your opinion on this Malaysia situation?
Well, I think there's some kind of terrorism involved as an element to this. Things just don't happen like this.
Right.
That airplane is probably one of the safest airlines ever built. It has double redundancy backup, and and they know where that airplane went unless it came down very low underneath the radar. So there's got to be some skullduggery going on attached to this disappearance of this airplane.
Well, who do you think's the target's going to be, Israel or the USA in the future when they try to do their bombing or whatever they're going to do?
I mean, sending the plane back.
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean? Who's the target?
Do you think they're going to go? They're going to go into Israel and try to destroy something, or try to hit the United States?
You think that airplane's still flying around?
No, I think they're getting it ready to fly again. Personally.
They. What an imagination you have.
Yes.
Who do you work for?
Marty.
Oh no, he doesn't. Oh no, he doesn't. I mean, I gotta tell you, I've enjoyed the two.
I feel like I work for Obama the way I've been selling health care lately.
You have a great imagination. You think that they've got that airplane hidden in the jungle somewhere, and they're getting it ready to go on a bombing run to Israel?
Yeah, I think that's everybody has an opinion, and I think that's a probable opinion. This may not be in a jungle, but it'll be in an airport somewhere in a hangar.
Hey, Marty, where'd you find this guy?
Barry, I can't tell you how much I'm enjoying this.
I can think of a better scenario than that.
Well, go ahead. What is it?
It's probably parked underwater somewhere, and I don't know.
Do you think it's gone down, or do you think it is being...
Yeah, it's gone down somewhere, and they'll find it one of these days. But you know something? I'm getting sick and tired of the news media. That's all they're talking about. And there are a bunch of people that don't even know anything about aviation, pretending that they do. And it's like nothing else is happening.
You know, Obama is the most fortunate president we have ever had, because every time something starts to go negative on him, some new situation comes up, like the hurricane in New Jersey and now this plane situation. Always something that bails him out and takes the pressure off of him, I've seen.
Well, the problem with political jokes is sometimes they get elected to office.
This is true. We got about 2 minutes left, Barry, and I have another question.
Well, let's talk. Give us the website. Give out the website.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do that. What is the website again for the Goldwater Institute?
The Goldwater Institute is a great place to go and get information on various issues that affect most states. It's www.goldwaterinstitute.org.
So goldwaterinstitute.org. So we'll definitely give that out a few more times in the next couple of weeks. Wanted to ask you one last question about the Ukraine, and I want to preface this with something. You know, I've got a pretty good knowledge of that area because my family used to. My family was there during the war, and I remember my dad telling me that the Ukrainians hate the Russians almost as much as they hated the Germans, and when they were there in World War II. So, is this something? I mean, what can we do? There isn't really anything we can do, and Obama's kind of boxed us in a corner. Is there any way this thing is going to be resolved any other way than Putin just doing whatever he wants there?
You know something? He missed his opportunity. This is like after the fact, and after the fact, there's not much you can do. We should have been when we first. First of all, you don't reduce your military power. You speak loudly and carry a big stick.
Teddy Roosevelt.
You do, and the United States was always looked upon as a leader. We're laughed at today in the international community because we are not decisive, we're not involved, and so there's not a lot that we can do today. I might be going over to for the elections on May 25th as an observer. I'm thinking about doing that, and it might be a lot of fun. But it's hard to say. I think Putin has outsmarted President Obama,
which really wasn't
and
that
Europe
difficult.
is scared stiff because they depend on oil and gas from Russia.
Barry, we're gonna have to leave it at that. And if you decide to go as an observer, please let us know. We would love to talk to you when it's over.
I'll call you from there.
Definitely. We'll be back in 167 hours on Taking Care of Business on Koerner Radio News Talk 1180.